Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest 11k hero trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing the first hits I took on the 11k trap with the new Siege comp. Yes, I built 15 million tier 1 Siege to see how it works on this account. Again, the Siege comp is very specific to this account, and I'll go over why I built it in all the details in today's video. I hope you guys are excited. Again, all the timestamps for today's video will be in the description down below, so if you want to see the video, you want to see the ad, just go click to the timestamps. It'll bring you right to that. Anyways, before we get into today's video, I do have to tell you guys about the Huawei app gallery. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are excited for another deal from the Huawei app gallery. So until August 7th, this deal will be live in the locations of the UK, Ireland, New Zealand, and Australia. I personally use Ireland and New Zealand as I find they have the best exchange rates, so you can check out yours while doing that. Also, to download the Huawei app gallery, I will have a link in the description down below if you don't have it. You also have to download the Lords mobile app through the Huawei app gallery to access all these deals. And then once you have done all that, you can access the deals today. So let me tell you about the deals. Today we have 35% off packs for you guys. First one is 20% off through coupons, then an additional 15% off through the VIP program. I will have the links in the description down below. I'll also leave the Huawei app gallery Discord link in the description down below if you have any questions about it, plus the Discord admin. That way they can actually help you get into the VIP program. Plus I'll have the Game Center link down there where you can just add yourself if you spend over 500 euros a month. So let's go over the event today. The event today will be collecting shells to get coupons, and I'll tell you how to get all your shells, plus how to access all your coupons and everything like that today. So the first thing is, you can see here, you can actually just purchase things through the Huawei app gallery. Make sure you're on the Lords mobile Huawei app gallery while doing this, and for each of these packs you get a certain amount of shells, and then you have a certain amount of shells to access all these coupons. So you can see here you have a £1, €1 here down here. That's 40 shells, 65 is 5, 100 shells is 10, 500 shells is 50, and 1,000 shells is 100. So you can actually just look through the things, see how many you actually have to buy, and you can collect that. But that is not the only way to do it. Middle, you can see that a $49.99 coupon gives you 100 shells. That 100 shells can directly exchange for a £10/euro coupon, and is the most efficient way to get your 20% off for this event. So if you're looking to get a really good deal, go for the $49.99 packs. By the way, to find this, you just have to click on the Silt or Sardinia thing here. Again, when you go to the link, you can see it. You can actually just click on the islands. So click on the island. This will pop up and show you everything you need to know. The next thing you will want to click on is either Corsica or St. Martin. The middle picture here will pop up and show you what you can actually download to collect more seashells. 3 game downloads equals 1 seashell, so you can download the games and get free seashells. Also, there is also a daily login seashell, so every day come back, collect your daily login, and you get 1 free seashell. The last thing we need to go over is the lucky draw. So taking a look at Ibiza Island here, so people from the UK or Ireland have access to this lucky draw. One of the grand prizes is air tickets to the islands, so do not miss this chance to win. If you guys have any other questions about this, all the links will be in the description down below. If you want to join the VIP program, that will be in the description down below with the Game Center and the Discord admin ID as well. So go check out all the links. If you have any more questions, just leave it in the comments down below. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Hey, so we are back. So again, all the links will be in the description down below, but let's get into the video today. Again, this is the real gear on the account at the time. I have upgraded it if you've seen my video of the real gear, and these are the stats on the fake gear as well. This guy is going to be the first tester, unwilling test subject, because obviously he doesn't know what is going on. I don't really know what's going to happen either, because we haven't tested this. This is a totally new thing that I'm going to be testing out. So the reason why I built 15 million tier 1 Siege on this account was to see how it would do with the Pack 5 familiars and to reduce the damage I'm taking in my front line, because I have a specific amount of troops I have in my comp, and then if you ever take a rally, you all of a sudden just start losing troops in each squads, and all of a sudden you're doing less damage, and after many rallies, now your whole comp is completely messed up. You've taken a ton of tier 2 damage, and you're starting to do less and less damage every rally. You don't really know if you're going to be able to cap. But if you keep your comp exactly the same, then it's actually fine. So they did end up canceling this first rally. They could not fill. It's not because they knew I was online. I have not moved at all, so they just still don't know I'm online. They are using bots, I know that, so I can't actually move. As soon as I heal, as soon as I switch anything up, they will know, and their bot will actually tell them what's going on. So you'll see me throughout this video. A lot of times I won't be healing between rallies and stuff like that. The only reason for that is obviously once I heal, their bot will tell them, hey, he is healed, he is online, and there's a good chance they will stop hitting me. But when they actually do see the actual first hit in this rally, I'm hoping they see a massive hit, because first off, their Pack 5 familiars will hit my tier 1 siege. The tier 1 siege will obviously activate my Pack 5 familiars and hit them. Plus, at the end of the rally, they will see huge damage. Even if I counter them, there's going to be massive amount of damage because I'm going to lose quite a bit of tier 1 siege. And then they'll think they're doing quite a bit of damage to me, as long as they don't look and see how much might I'm actually dropping. They'll think they're actually smacking me incredibly hard and continue to try and rally me, even though they're doing literally no damage to my actual comp. So that's the whole point behind this. Again, it's very specific to this account because first off, I have Pack 5 familiars on the account, so as soon as their Pack 5 familiars hit my siege, my Pack 5 familiars should activate and hit them. So my Pack 5 familiars will be activating very, very early on in the match, or in the actual attack. Anyways, we're going to be starting here very soon, so I'll tell you a little bit more right after here. So they are scouting. Coalition is coming in. It is infantry. All I got to do is switch to cav. Sorry, I was in infantry there, but I switched to cav. There was no carpets or anything, so I had like a million years to switch there. They used the bunny for the first one because they don't know my comp. They're probably going to get capped, they thought, so they decided to go in. Again, I am already sitting in gear. I was sitting in my fake gear right off the start, so I didn't have to switch to any gear or anything like that. So I'm going to be taking all these rallies in my fake gear to see how it went. And you'll see right here, this is the first hit ever. I had no idea what was going to happen here. The first hit ever here did 300k to my front line. I was pretty happy about that. I could see that I literally did not lose any troops in my comp, so my comp is exactly the same, minus my siege. So between rallies here, the only difference between the strength of my comp is going to be my siege will be less, and my siege isn't doing very much damage anyways. It's not really much might. It's like, what is it? 15 million siege is only 30 million might, so it's really not putting a lot of might on my comp either. So losing that 1.8 million what's called tier 1 siege is really not a big deal to me. And again, this is my fake gear. This isn't even the real gear. The real gear, I'll obviously be taking less damage because it has higher attack stats and way higher HP and defense and all that. They are going to be coming in to test my front line here. I switched back to like my original front line, so it shouldn't be a problem here, but it looks like I am getting a garrison, so Harlem Shake probably going to be the next leader because he wants to kind of test, hey, what formation is this guy in? Because they didn't actually test my front line at the start, so they have no idea what my front line is supposed to be. Actually, I didn't actually switch back because they had no idea what my front line was, because when they actually came and poured it on me, they did not test my front line at all. They just decided to start the rally and go for it, so that's what happened. And I don't think they think I'm online because obviously they didn't carpet the rally first off, and obviously they didn't know that I switched my front line because they didn't test me. Now Harlem Shake is going to be trying to test my front line. It will not work because Ninja has sent me a garrison, so it's going to keep popping back his what's called tester marches. What he needs to do is actually send a blast into there to knock out that garrison and then actually go in and test my front line. Unfortunately, he will not be, or unfortunately for him, he will not be doing that, so he will not get my front line. So back to what I was talking about with the tier 1 siege though. Again, like I said, the Pack 5 familiars will activate my Pack 5 familiars. All I'll be losing is some tier 1 siege. I will have to rebuild the tier 1 siege once it gets down less than my front line, and my front line currently is at 8 million total troops for each for each formation. So as soon as my siege gets below that 8 mil, the Pack 5 millers will start targeting my front line, so I have to rebuild it between there. But I should get at least 4 or 5 rallies in between based on the damage that's happening. Again, I do get some of the siege back from the Sanctuary automatically, not just the ones that go into the Sanctuary. After every time troops go in the Sanctuary, you get those free troops to heal. You get those back, so I'll probably get about 150 to 200k of those siege back every single time, free from the Sanctuary, not even having to use the Sanctuary points. So that 1.8 mil is actually more like 1.6 mil. And again, like I said, I'm not losing any troops to my front line, so my comp is not getting any weaker after all these rallies. So I can take 5 rallies, probably 5 rallies, and my comp will be exactly the same strength as it was on the first rally, as long as I don't get full countered. And honestly, I don't get full countered very often during rallies. I would have to be taking more than 1 rally at a time for it to happen, and if I'm taking more than 1 rally, I'm probably going to have my real gear on, so I'll be taking even less damage. Obviously, if I get a full counter, I'm still probably going to lose 3 million troops in my front line. That's just kind of the reality of trapping nowadays. So we'll see how this next one goes. This guy is much stronger than the previous rally lead. This guy has 155 castle stars, so at one point he was probably close to a max count. Obviously artifacts came out and now he's not, but max stars is usually a good showcase of how much money they're putting into an account. Obviously, he does have some artifacts as well. It looks like I'm getting a level 60 hero just to boost my attack boost. Again, I will not be switching to my real gear. You saw I have pretty much full mythic champ in real gear, but that's not what we're testing out today. We're just testing out to see how the comp actually works, and I thought it'd be a better test if I wasn't using super strong gear, so people who have normal rally traps can see how much damage you would normally take. Again, this guy looks like he's trying to fake me out with his infantry gear. I'm not falling for that. So usually if they put their infantry gear on, they're trying to get me to switch to something, and it's probably cav, so that means he's probably going range. So in my head, he's going range. I'm probably already sitting in range at this point, or at least I haven't switched yet. But that's my thought process behind that. Unless he's actually going to carpet in an infantry one, I'm just going to go into range, because that's usually what's happening. They're not really carpeting. It's a range rally. Kind of already knew that. So I can just sit here and watch his rally slowly come in here. I mean, now it's speeding up, but at this point, I could have went over to the kitchen and made a sandwich or something like that. Like, I know some people are really slow at switching stuff, but if you're setting a rally at like that at me, you need to carpet in at least within 3 or 4 seconds, because it only takes me about 3 seconds to check the watchtower and then switch my formation usually. And you will see that in a future video of me rally trapping, how fast I actually can switch my formation. It's just based on my connection on my phone. I timed it about 3 seconds to check and change. Obviously, I can't put my gear on within that time, so I would put my gear on first and then check, but in this situation, already have my fake gear on, not too bad. So again, I did not heal in between these rallies. Obviously, if I wanted to, I had plenty of time to do so, but the reason I did not change my formation or heal or anything like that is I know for a fact they are using bots. I have monitored them for quite a while at this point, so as soon as I do heal, they'll stop the rallies and stuff like that. I was assuming, because they know I'm online. Again, he has 526 levels, so yeah, he's obviously put quite a bit of money into that thing. His range gear is kind of questionable, I guess, but he obviously put quite a bit of money into the artifacts and stars and everything on the account, so it's quite a good count. Looks like Richie will be going in again. He did use his bunny on the first rally, so this one I should cap it, unless he gets super lucky and actually gets the Helldrider to pop. I've had that happen, and it's kind of annoying, but we'll see. So, but a minute 40, again, I haven't healed. All I'm going to do here is make sure I'm in the right formation and all that. They haven't really tested me. They did test my garrison a bunch of times. I think Harlem Shake sent 6 testers into the garrison, but obviously doesn't really tell him much information other than the fact that I have a garrison, and he's just losing troops every time he sends them in there. But it looks like Richie is about a minute away. I am not going to put my real gear on again at all during this. As soon as I put my real gear on, the bots will know. They will see the real gear. Then I won't get any more rallies ever again in this kingdom, so I'd have to migrate, and that's the last thing I want. I'm looking actually to cap some leaders, and then hopefully I get a double or more like kind of rally party set on me, and then I can throw on the real gear and actually have a lot of fun. But at this situation, it's not really worth that. So I will heal for this rally though, because I don't want to lose too many troops. I've taken one rally without healing. I will not take another rally without healing here. This guy is not super strong. We saw in the first rally. As long as I get that counter off, it should be about the same amount of damage. I'm just going to send infantry here. Again, I am pretty quick at switching, so I will know if I can actually get off the switch or not, and they will have to carpet this rally from right next to me to make it so I can't counter them, because if they're just going normal speed, I can counter it all day. Like I said, I could literally go make a sandwich in between some of these rallies if they're sending for like 10 seconds. It's just way too long if you're trying to get someone. They're going to try and spam me, but that won't do anything. I'm just going to hit the heal button right now. Go up here, check the coalition. It is a range rally. Boom, don't need to do anything, so I'll just sit here. Like that, I had plenty of time to swap if I wanted to, but again, didn't need to. You can see he did 427, he did 608. He did more damage that time. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, maybe it's because he sent a different thing here. He sent range this, well, anyways. I don't know why there's such a difference there. Looks like his Pack 5 Millers did about the same, I think. Scroll down here. They did 1.9, so they did a little bit more damage in the first rally too. The other one did more damage as well. So again, most of these losses that I'm getting, the tier 2, I can always just get back from the Sanctuary if I need to. You can see my double 11k heroes on the wall. That's something else about this account. Obviously, my fake gear is pretty good, but the double 11k heroes with the army attack heroes and all that just make it so much better than it actually looks. And obviously, they think they're smacking me because you can see like 4.5, 5 million, 4.5. They're like, oh, we're doing quite a bit of damage, but in the end, I think I only dropped like 20 million might after 3 rallies. So they're not really doing much damage to me if they look at the might drops. But if you look at the amount of troops I'm losing, it looks like I'm losing quite a bit. And I think that's one of the reasons why I got 3 rallies here, even though they weren't... I wasn't really dropping too much might. They saw that I was dropping a lot of troops and like, oh, let's keep going. And as soon as I healed there, the bots obviously saw it, so they won't be going for a next rally. Unfortunately, fortunately I do get them again, but I won't be in this video. I will put it in the next video. I'm going to space these videos out a little bit so you can actually get some clips weekly here from this 11k hero trap. I think I have about 10 rallies saved up already, so I've done quite a bit, done a bunch of testing. The tier 1 siege is working so well. Like, I was not expecting it to work this well. Obviously, I do have to rebuild it, but I haven't had to build really any more troops in my front line. All I'm doing is just building tier 1 siege, and it's super easy to build that tier 1 siege. So let's take a look here just at Richie's report here. Actually, I might just go take a look at the reports, and then we can go through all the reports and see what was going on. Hey, so let's go through all the reports. So I was really confused when I was doing the video, but it was Legolas who went first. For some reason, I thought Richie went. I think he might have hit me again. Maybe that was why. But you can see here what happened. He was a little bit weaker than the previous one. They had about 800k tier 5 in that rally, 1.5 mil tier 4. That was infantry, did looks like 347k to my front line on there and 1.8 million. Taking a look at his heroes and stuff like that, you can see his mix heroes here. You can see he does have the Pack 5 Familiars, all that good stuff, and it doesn't look like anyone really lost any tier 5 in here. It looks like maybe a little bit of tier 5, and then you can see on my comp here, I lost about 1.5 million tier, tier 1 siege on that one, and then about 347 my front line. Again, I didn't heal between the next rally, and I'll take a look at that one next. Again, he did use his rabbit for that one. Next person went in was Harlem Shake. Actually, I wonder if he still has the same name here. Nope, he changed his name. Let's check out Harlem Shake. He's still there. You can see 155 castle stars and all that stuff. And then we'll take a look at this. I took 2.6 million from this one. A little bit more damage, but again, I'm not using my real gear or anything like that, so obviously with the real gear, it does knock it down quite a bit. And I did not heal. People thought I got black-winged. That did not happen. He uses Rabbit on that one. This guy's also running double pack 5 familiars. A little bit more tier 5 in this one, 974,000 with 1.3 million tier 4. I did 667 to my front line and 2 million to my back line. Again, I do get about 200k of that back from the actual sanctuary when it goes in there, which is kind of nice. That's not including like when you go to your sanctuary. So like if you actually go to your sanctuary right now, I'll show you my sanctuary. And then you go here. To the left here, you'll see usually right after you take a rally, there's free troops that you can collect right around my face. You can just collect those, obviously not right now. And then the other ones, you actually got to use points to actually collect, and those go into there. But you actually get the free ones back, which is really nice. So you're not actually losing that many troops from the rally. Even though it says 2 million, you're only losing like 1.8. And again, tier 1 is really easy. So equivalent speed time, that's about, what is that, like 900k tier 2. And it's much cheaper to actually build the tier 1 than the actual tier 2. And you're not losing the actual troops in your front line, so your front line is not like getting reduced too much. So again, like I said, I did not heal for this one, so I did lose quite a bit. You can see what he sent there. And the last one here was Richie. Sorry, it was not Legolas. I thought for some reason the reason why he lost his leader is because he used his bunny before, but I guess he just didn't have the bunny, decided to go in. Richie has also changed his name at this point, so can't go see that. You can see he did 2.5 there, a little bit more damage. Again, the range does 608 to my front line from this guy, then 1.9 million. You can see he does have a little bit more attack damage than Legolas, just based on the actual numbers here. Obviously, nothing really much changed from that. 947 tier 5, so a little bit more tier 5, so that could have been part of the damage. Then we'll take a look here, double pack 5 familiars, and then his heroes he was using for that as well. And then looking at my comp at the end, from all this, you can see I did lose a little bit of my tier 2, but that's just because I didn't heal. Because if you don't heal, you do lose it. But if I had healed, I wouldn't have really lost much on that. It was just my tier 1 siege that was going down, and I had about 9.3 after those 3 rallies. And again, I could have taken another rally from that. It still would have hit my tier 1 siege, so that would have been really good. And then I just got to rebuild the tier 1 siege after that, which is not too hard to actually do because it doesn't take too much. And then you see my wall, this is the wall I'm running. I am running the free-to-play hero on my wall with 2 11k heroes and 2 army attack heroes with the 3 pack 5 familiars, which are maxed. You can actually take a look, I think, at the battle here, and you can kind of see what's going on. So we'll just take a look at the last part here. This is just the battle. You can kind of see what's going on at this point, how it actually works and why it works so well with this comp. Again, I am down in a little bit of attack because I am using the fake gear, but yeah, it is what it is. So again, I wanted to make it a little more what normal people have, just so you can see what a normal person would take for damage. And then obviously if I put my real gear on, I would take a lot less. So you can see their pack 5 familiars has hit my pack, or hit my siege, and then my pack 5 familiars are already triggering. So they were at like 1.9, they're already down to like 1.2 here right after my pack 5 familiars what's called activated. They didn't do that much damage, but you can see how fast their actual troop comp is actually going down after that happens. And that's one of the things that makes it so easy to cap rallies with this, is just my pack 5 familiars are just devastating their troops early on, so they're actually doing way less damage to my front line than they normally would, and then the siege at the end. So if my siege had targeted their siege right away, it would have killed them, but sometimes the siege doesn't like to target the siege, so that happens. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments on the actual comp, do you like it? Do you hate it? All that stuff, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.